Doctor.
Yo, what up, what up, what up? Y'all know the deal, man. Like and share, like and share, like and share, so we get this thing out everywhere. There's anywhere in the world could be, but Toby right here with me, the BABG, and Lucky Marie.
Hello.
What's going on?
Good. This is going to be a good stream because I can't see the chat.
Oh, great.
It's going to be a good stream.
Turn that option off. So what's up? What's been going on, man? Long time no see. How's everything?
I know. People have missed us.
Oh, word.
We've missed us. We're very simpatico.
Symbiotic. You know what I'm saying? All that good shit. But hey, man.
That was 4th of July. I seen you burning hot dogs.
Didn't burn no damn hot dogs. Those sausages, man. And them ribs slap. I'm still eating them damn ribs. But yeah. So I actually want to start off with this one right here, right? Because this kind of goes in tandem with both our topics later on. Are you aware of who Aaron Magruder is? You know what it is? So the Boondocks. So you know about the Boondocks, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so Aaron Magruder is the creator of the Boondocks comic strip turned cartoon, right? And the brother's extremely intelligent, very good foresight, somewhat you could say clairvoyant, because you know a lot of people were comparing the whole Diddy situation to, remember the R. Kelly episode he had on Boondocks? Yeah, a lot of people were saying that was that, and then of course, like that's the first thing I said when you had niggas outside the courthouse dancing and getting baby oil sprayed on them randomly.
Okay, so with that situation, I follow the person that does that, Armand Wiggins. So he's always made jokes on his stream, and when he was covering it, talking about more oil. So when the trial was over, his subscribers came out and was joking like the more oil, because that's what they did. But the media spun at it, act like they was celebrating that Diddy got off. Well, he didn't really get off, but you know.
So the blue-headed lady, the wig lady that took her wig off outside the courthouse, it was a nigga that was in the suit, right?
Okay, so then we're talking about two different. No.
Yeah,
the one with the more oil, those were, I think, that's Armand Wiggins, but the other people, I think they were just fans.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These random niggas. and you going outside a federal court building just
To
doing. But anyway,
celebrate. Well, let's talk about that. So, do you think it's a situation where you think that people should not, kind of like the OJ trial, they should not look at it to where we beat the system, not the situation, but like the system itself?
no. I know it's a lot of I don't think it's a we beat the system thing. More so as like from a racial aspect, as like a man thing,
Right,
right?
right,
Because
right.
like Diddy just got acquitted, but this former NBA player just got convicted of taking some pussy. And the way it sounded about if he's telling the truth, and I
It's not really, it's not translating the same.
yeah. So he was drunk. The girl was drunk. He said they both knocked out drunk. The girl wake up, playing with his meat. She playing with his meat. So he take things to the next level, and now he just get up and leave because this is just a bop that's around or whatever. She claims he took the pussy, and now his ass. I think he facing up to 8 years in prison, and of course being a registered sex offender. You feel me?
I never heard of that.
Yeah, it's
Well, what do you,
Mac.
well, I mean, I think those situations keep happening. I just never understand what is going to happen to where athletes start to be more cautious when they want to be promiscuous. It never works out, to the point where even some people are paid, agents are paid to create these scandals and also remove the scandals so that you can have a certain, look a certain way when it
Mhm.
comes to athletes. So I never understand, like, it's been happening so long where you hear these stories. Why do y'all, not, I'm not y'all, but you know what I'm saying, why do athletes
Yeah.
continue to put themselves in situations where somebody could lie on you?
Well, let's be athletes aren't the smartest, right? You're you do shit with your body.
To get to that level, you don't think you smart, or is it
No,
just
not at
discipline?
all. It's all talent. It's all talent. It's not even discipline for the most part. It's talent. The most famous people is not a discipline aspect. It was just the most talented. You can jump the highest. You can run the fastest. You're the strongest. You can catch the best. You can throw the best. That type shit. Like especially like I said, the highest people paid people still may be. I don't know. People don't really follow it as much, but baseball players were the highest paid people for the longest, right? Them baseball motherfuckers is like some of the most unhealthy motherfuckers ever. Fat
Mm-hmm.
gut, like all types of shit, and then mix that up with some steroids, and hey, you got a fucking Hall of Fame baseball player.
I'm not really against steroids. Do whatever you need to do to succeed, sir.
No, I don't think you should be against
I
it
mean,
either.
it might shrink some shit. You know what I'm saying? I heard, but
Lord
who
Jesus,
need that anyway?
shit. Listen, baby, anything that's gonna shrink this meat, you can
It
keep.
seems like the meat getting niggas lawsuits. So you might just want to,
No, baby. Once you done used it, that's something you don't ever want to lose. You hear me? But my shout out to my man CBZ. Greatly appreciate your brother for the $5 super chat. Appreciate your brother. Salute, fantastic. Hope everything was good with you, bro. Got to show a little respect to the OG. Salute to Lucky as well. For sure, for sure. Appreciate you, brother. Greatly appreciate the love, man. That shit, hey, it's hard to come by nowadays. But anyway, but yeah, man. Let's get to this Aaron Magruder thing. We'll see. Right. And I was meaning to do this, but I think everything happened for a reason. It's in great timing. A lot of
yeah,
people felt some ways about him saying this, right? And this is way back. I think it says 2003. I think, but let's go.
I really want you guys to understand that time is running out. And a lot of black people say that, but for real. Part of why the civil rights movement has been so successful, and part of why those who have come after in terms of our leadership have been able to maintain a presence, is that black people have always had a certain amount of moral currency that we have been using. And
Moral
mm,
currency. Black people have always had a certain amount of moral currency,
mm-hmm.
right? What do you think about that?
That's facts. That's documented. I don't think people can disagree with that. We've always been a people that have operated a certain way universally.
Yeah. And um again, I think, like he said, I said this back in, I want to say either 21, either 2020 or 21. It was real close. I remember this because I did it in the car in Virginia, and I told niggas, I was like, hey man, this race card about to expire, and then I'm finna issue another one, right? And I think black people are about to see, especially this whole getting rid of white guilt and all the shit and so on and so forth. And now other groups, the Asians making their noise and all this shit, blah, blah, blah. Bro, no one cares about even being a racist no more. They don't care, right? The racists are the racists.
You said anymore? When have they ever cared?
Well, no. Well, they cared before, because now you before you were able to guilt people, before you were able to make people sympathize with it, i.e. Black Lives Matter, i.e. they ran $1 billion play on the world.
Can I disagree comfortably?
Of course. Yeah, you can do it. Let's go. Let's do it. You know how we get down.
I'm a black woman. We never do that. But since we're on the topic,
you helping the AI, huh? You trying to help the AI?
Yeah, you see what I'm doing. Every little bit counts. Michael Jackson said it start with us. Okay. But the reason why I disagree, because I think that when you create systems like the Boule and different things like that, I think they create organizations of black people to carry out this thing as though we are actually caring about this issue. We care about racism. Oh, we're so remorseful. Fake remorse. If you say the N-word, oh, we're going to cancel your show, right? I don't see a part of anything I've learned in history or even seen on here where what we talking about now, where they have never ever cared about racism. If that was the case, then anytime we're any type of system or any type of change, you wouldn't need a people to ask you, can you stop creating this system that keeps us at a disadvantage every single time there's a shift? Every single time there's a shift, this group of people are making sure they're ahead of the curve, and these group of people that are behind there, whether it be classism, whatever it is. So there are always been subtle ways to portray racism other than just saying, hey, as a TikTok girl, she's not being shamed for saying the N-word anymore. That's not really racism to me. Like, I'm talking about when it has to be with systematic change, or you're using your actual advantages to keep someone else or another group down. I don't think that they ever care, because there's a group that benefit from the privileges, and then there's a large sense of ignorance in our group to where we like to keep living as though there are so many circumstances preventing us from prevailing. You get what I'm saying? So I think
it sounds like you're speaking to both sides. No, go ahead. Okay. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, I think not. I don't want to say I disagree. What I guess I'm pointing into is, I think that they create different avenues to where racism can be carried out, or the discrimination can be carried out. As far as with us, the problem is done already. We're carrying out the system, so they can sit up here and say, "Oh, it's just y'all," because they've already created a system that we help play out. You kind of get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. So no, you created your own prison, or you
yeah, I like that.
You know what I'm saying? So you play into it. So I say this all the time. If we know the playbook, the CIA won, and the government did this, and why the fuck we keep running the same play?
Because it's when to program people, right? You have to constantly program them, and then once they're programmed, they have to become unprogrammed. Most of us are programmed to do the same thing. So to unprogram yourself, you have to first acknowledge where you are, acknowledge the situation, and then work day to day to move out of that mindset. You're talking about people who are already lazy. They look for handouts. I'm not saying like people in general, but just we have a lazy mindset. We're more so people that want to ask, hey, can you fix this? When we think all our power is in government, other things, we don't understand that we create our own government.
The system.
Also, we don't disagree.
No, exactly. Running to the system that you claim is oppressing you. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't say the white man this, white man that, the white man that, but then you vote for policies, you vote for people.
You don't create your own community of things.
You more shit from the same white man you saying so. So now we're on the same page. Okay. Let's finish this up.
Let me be the first to tell you that's used up. White America has been watching us act like fools for a long enough time where any sympathy they may have had to our plight is completely gone.
Now that part, Now, what a lot of people don't understand and realize, and I tell people about this shit all the time, right? With this, even this, the red pill, the black male positive, all these different things and whatnot, right? As long as it's just you a bitch ass nigga that's complaining and whining because you are unsuccessful in whatever it is you want, right? As long as your black ass are, oh, nigga, you can't get no pussy, nigga. Oh, nigga, you can't get no woman, nigga. Oh, nigga, you broke. Oh, nigga, you this. Oh, nigga, you that. So as long as it's just us having a conversation and talking amongst ourselves, and no one outside ever agrees with you or so on and so, especially like, you know what I'm saying, the people that you would say are part of the problem, you're just a bunch of complaining ass niggas. Men especially, right? I told people in every movement, be it slavery, be it feminism, be it anything, right? If you are in the person that's complaining, you have to have outside help and people that are not in your group to support it, to bring the rest of the people in to be like, hey man, this is fucked up. Hey, this is not right.
You talking about our group, right? Especially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happens is, though, if you keep abusing that and now you turn that outside group against you, they don't have to come against you. They don't have to be your enemy. They can just remove their help and their support. And it's just as bad or worse, because now I'm going to leave you to the motherfuckers that hate you, that don't like you and whatever. Because if you say, oh, all white people are racist, oh, you know, all this, la, la, la. Okay, well, hold on. All right. If we want to go back, you know, to the motherfucking 1600s and 1800s, yeah, you got a choice. Yeah, that makes sense, right? All right. But if we talking now in 2025, we're going to say that all of the majority of white people are racist. Well, if you think I'm racist, I'm out. I'm not going to say anything about you. I'm not going to help your cause.
I get what you're saying. I guess I would ask, what other, we're going to just use race, okay? What other racial group has spoke up and supported Black issues?
You say, like, historically?
I'm just saying, if we're saying now that, oh, if we keep on and saying, oh, these people don't give a fuck about us, whatever they racist, other groups are going to kind of stop helping. I'm not even trying to argue. I'm just saying, what groups have
white people?
You saying like white people have helped us?
Yeah. If it weren't for white people, we'd still be slaves. Lucky.
If it wasn't for white people, what are we talking about? America would be our America if it wasn't for them. Every country does not like the same group. Spain can't stand them. They look at them as most of the world look at white people as devils.
Yeah, because they
have no culture. They steal every culture.
No, well, let's look at it. Well, no, it's not that they steal every culture. Remember, this is a melting pot.
It's a white culture.
What a white culture is just that. American white people is.
But America is coming from the real world of America, where it's actually colored people. So they never was in America, according to things that were found in America. So once new information comes out and we realize they lied about the map, they lied about a lot of shit historically, which we know, and you start to have other people who went to these places and other cultures talking about their history coming out now in media, I have to think, what is the white culture other than to steal, sell it back to you, then tell you that they got a leg up, then say, oh, they come and intrude in other cultures, and then they change your culture. They introduce something to you of their own problems, introduce something to you, and now your culture is mixed in, because most people who are cultural people are accepted, peaceful people. They're not trying to come into another culture. Asians have never tried to be Black culture. They never tried to, unless there's a system created where it's profitable, marketable, and now we're in the Chinese.
Chinese buying shit up in Africa right now, right?
No, that's what I said. Unless there's a mixture or something coming up, but it's just like,
and
if we
what was the
in Africa? Did you see that whole city where Africans are not allowed to come there because it's nothing but Europeans in their own country in South Africa?
South Africa, yeah, South Africa.
Yeah. So it's like, if we say that, and I would love to go travel the world to learn more as far as how much they love Black people in Germany, how much, I hear from military people all the time that have been to places where they say, just get out. I've never heard where white people have supported anything Black when they're the reasons why we even having these conversations. They can
are you saying white as in American white, or are you saying white as in Europeans?
Okay, so I'm saying American.
Okay, yeah. So that's just what I'm saying, right? So all people of all countries conquered. right? It's just that some spread wider than others. Africans did it to other Africans. Asians did it to other Asians. Europeans did it to other Europeans. And then of course you had Europe that went out and did conquests everywhere else, right?
Yeah.
So what happened was, from a documented standpoint, well, no, actually, what's the name before that? Because the Spaniards did it to South America. So the Spaniards did it to South America way before the white people came over here and did it in America, right? So what white people did, and I don't think people get emotional. Not saying you, but just people look at the emotional aspect of it versus the historical context. So if you're just looking at it from a historical context to where people conquer shit all the time, and hey, might is right, right? That's all people.
Okay. So we can look at it from historical context and just talk about the group. Because I'm not from another community. So we just talk about the group. Historically, if they conquered us as a people, took our beliefs, gave us their own religion, gave us a religion to believe in, took information, told you couldn't learn this information, made sure they were at an advantage, and then now are we saying that they're helping us? If they're helping us, they would give us back things that they right. That's the conversation.
No. Well, I'm not saying. I'm saying from the fucked up situation to, of course, you helped then. So of course you fucked us over by, stealing niggas or assimilating the black people that are already here, right? One of those two things, and then using them to the benefit to build a country. But it was in the most horrific of fucking situations. And at the end of the day, we were prisoners of war or captives, right? Because we've been conquered.
Cattle. We were called cattle. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying, but we were conquered people, right?
Yeah.
So what happened was you had people that came along and said, "Hey, bro, this shit's not right. It's humane. It's not cool to do. Blah blah blah. We gotta change this shit, right?" Because a lot of people don't know. Lucky, there's still
where you going. I see where you're going.
There's literal slavery still going on over in the Middle East, like real shit, like in real time today, right? But so what I'm saying is, even though it was fucked up and fucked off, right? Would you want to be in motherfucking Africa in a hut or in a fucking field eating bushmeat right now? I don't.
Well, I thank you for clearing it. I see your point. So you're saying like it's fucked up, but the people that even helped go against their own people to whatever the thing is to create a different system now, you don't want to bite those hands to say it as if they did not exist. Like, oh, fuck all of them are the same.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, people change over time. Like you said, hell, if you go back to fucking Genghis Khan, that motherfucker was like just ruthless, kill everything, right? And fuck all the women, like literally line them up and I'm fucking them. That's real shit. Genghis Khan has one of the deepest bloodlines to this day, like in like human existence. That was his rule until like I said, shit changed and then people change things. So it is, and people, you a white sympathizer, you for the white man? No, bro. Listen, bro. I take all emotion out of everything. I just look at for a lot of the times. That's like if I get in a fucking car accident or some shit, right? I get in a car accident, I motherfucking shatter my fucking leg. All right. I can motherfucking talk about all day how it happened and why it happened and so on and so forth. At the end of the day, my fucking leg is shattered, right? Now I can be depressed about my fucking leg being shattered, or I can do everything that I can do to get my leg back to closest to 100% as I can get it. As long as I'm focused on that, I may reach the 100%. I may never reach the 100%, right? But for sure, if I just focus on that and never try to reach 100%, I just got a shattered leg.
So you look at things from a perspective of it's a lot simpler to look at where we are now. We understand what happened, and to just work with what you have do now to not still be in such a crying about the system that never was designed to help you.
That's my thing. The system was fucked up. Slavery was fucked up. Racism is fucked up. Right, but racism never going anywhere. Racism is going to exist 100 years from now. Racism is going to end to the time that time ends or whatever. There's always going to be a group of people that say, I'm better than this group of people simply because I'm this race, I'm this, that, I'm the whatever, right? The same thing goes for.
But we know who the better group is. But I just want to say this. But I want to ask this though too. In a situation like this, would you say that if we again those government programs that they're saying we can't get access to, those are programs that our people, a lot of them created. So do you think that today, if let's say Hamp and Fantastic wanted to create a breakfast fund, right? A breakfast program again, like they did with the Black Panthers, and they start creating WIC for their community. You think that they wouldn't take that? You
No,
think
they
that
would.
today we can create our own systematic things that helps us put food programs in our own school? Fuck asking for them.
No,
Put
I
education.
know we could. I know we could. And I think a big problem with that is we don't put
You
enough
think they will
pressure.
allow it?
Oh yeah, you don't have a choice. Asians already do it. Jewish people already do it. There
But
are
when
groups
we
of people
get
that
it,
already do it.
but when we do it though, and we help art, you get what I'm saying? Because if you think of people think that Jim Crow was so far ago. It wasn't
Nah,
that long ago. So
60 years.
look how far we've came from those fucked up situations. Redlining, the migration from people thinking when the South started migrating to different cities of other Black people, then you have the classism, the bougie Black, and the you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
You have all that going on. So just think at a time where they took a lot of those programs and now they're on, oh, here you are, you don't qualify. It goes for other people, other immigrants, it goes for other people that are not other minorities, right? Not just for us.
Mhm.
You saying today, if those same Black people that raise money for Kamala, you saying if they raise money to create programs, the government system wouldn't find a way to burn it down, destroy. You think that they will allow it? First,
Yes, because there are already Black people doing it. Shout out to King Randall, that brother right there. He does whole school, the set that Umar been claiming he want to do for 10 years. He's been doing it for 5 now, right? 100% support from the public or whatever. He makes curriculum, teaches his own curriculum. He teaches gun training. He
you just need
teaches
help in the platform because I never heard of them.
that's what I interviewed him like a year ago, and like I said, a lot of people don't. No one gives the credence to the Black people that are actually doing their job. There's a lot of Black people already doing these things. It's plenty of brothers out here that have Big Brother programs.
I just know of two in LA. I've never
Yeah.
seen like a majority, and I think that's where media comes in.
But no, I think
Yeah.
this is where we have to start. If you're going to be a celebrity, you're going to be, and LeBron did the fucking I Promise School shit or whatever, right? La la la. But
Oh
a lot of
yeah,
people,
he did.
what a lot of people don't know is that school is still it's a state funded school. So Nike and LeBron agreed to pay for it for a amount of time, but it's not indefinite. It's just a limit. So then once that time period is up, now the taxpayers got to pay for that shit, right? In more likely in an impoverished town. So what happens is that niggas will do shit for the clout and for the look of like they're helping the Black people. But in all honesty, at the end of the day, who's left holding the bag? So we got the Robert F. Smiths, and I keep forgetting his brother's name. It's somebody that's richer than him now. We got billionaires in this thing, man. Robert F. Smith did the thing where he paid for the brothers' tuition in I always forget what it was. Morehouse, that's what it was. Morehouse, like back in 2020 or 2021.
Wow.
Right?
Okay.
Class. So before that, no one never heard of him, right?
But why?
Because he's a billionaire that's made through something other than entertainment. That's why.
So
Niggas
I guess what I mean is like, okay, at some point, I feel like we gotta have the conversation about the Black celebrity expectation. That I feel like when you hear conversations be like, oh well, this person didn't do this person has money. I think when we hear these programs and we hear people doing this, it should be no reason why in 2025 these people who are doing it, whether I know some in LA or somewhere you are, where it's not in large known to where a Dr. Umar, like, okay, let me just say my thought. You mean tell me a Dr. Umar did not, with a platform and an access to where he's getting asked by political groups to come have conversations. He can't link up with, you know what I'm saying, these people doing these things, or what we talking about for real? Like, I just feel like, okay, for you to say of someone right now as Mr. Fantastic, not even Dr. Umar, I have to just assume that Dr. Umar has heard of more things because he has access and more time to research these things. So it just concerns me when a minute ago when you were talking about the problem with racism, where would you say that Black people are the new races against our own, in a sense where we want to be the one to say, I help my community. We don't want to link with other people to say we collectively did it and solved the issue. We want the praise for what we're doing. And if we can't get the praise, separately we don't want to work with other people, because I can't fathom if there are all these different people creating these solutions in their cities, why can't they kind of create some sort of media platform or some sort of avenue that's on a larger scale, if today the people that destroyed it before won't do it today? You get what I'm saying? Like, scale it beyond. Why is it?
I'm with you, but that's what, and that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You don't need permission to do shit nowadays. Look, it's just that niggas don't want it. The problem is that niggas complain, or I'll rephrase it. Niggas only want it if it's from the white man. So if black people get together and do some shit,
Mm,
you feel me? No, they owe us, and this and another. Okay,
okay.
cool, fine. Even if you got that attitude, right, motherfucker, this person is offering $1 billion or $100 million for this program. Like you said, let's take it. Let's
Yeah.
fucking use it to the advantage, and most importantly, like you said, for the children in the future. No, man, the white man and this and like, man, come on, bro. And again, niggas are obsessed, and that's why I say, look, when you get to it, niggas really have this obsession with racism and the white man giving them that hug and giving them the payback. And that's why we don't, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the shit. And like I said, Aaron Magruder, he was trying to warn people, look, bro, you keep shitting on white people and telling all white people they racist. Because remember, the further you get away from some shit, right, the further you are away from that source, the more things change. So you got to think, bro, we're talking 300 years ago, right? 200 some years ago, 300 years ago, right? Those aren't the same motherfucking white people, you know what I'm saying, that were existing today in 2025. You know what I'm saying? Especially like you say, when interracial marriages are going up and, all these biracial children, y'all can't wait to motherfucking complain. I'm just saying y'all, but they could, y'all can't wait to fucking complain every fucking draft night, every NBA draft night, y'all, oh my God, So again, man, anytime niggas get out here with the white girls and these white girls, praising niggas now, oh, y'all fetishize and all this other shit. So come on, man. Ain't no better
I
time.
think other cultures have always praised us. I think it's the media that tells us that they don't. Black men have always been the thing. Black women have always been the thing. I think you was there when I was talking about when the Mammy character was created purposely to put an image on Black women. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to the point today, all the way to Medea is taking out that same caricature, where even in our art form, we're taking these same stereotypes and helping perpetuate them to sell and get, or to get a dollar. So I think even what you're saying, like, it's no opinion towards it or disagreement, because it's just the facts. Like, if the same things that were a problem then are not a problem today, the only excuses are ourselves. Like, even if you see now in the crypto world, like, oh, I know crypto, teach me this. It's like, why are you trying to scam your own people from a banking system that's switching? And we're going to be, here we are again behind when other groups are ahead of a curve. You get what I'm saying? And then you're going to switch to a system, and now you in the bottom of that system. And it's
A
like
whole other thing though. Look, you talking about, listen, don't even get me started. These niggas love being scammed. I just said this other night. Like, Dr. Umar is a prime example, bro. People still giving money to Umar. People have allowed Dr. Umar to turn into a celebrity as a known finesser scammer. That's
by
honestly
lying, because just a quick pivot. Not when I say lying, it's not that I don't think that he has a point. I just think to keep perpetuating the same, oh, well, we need a hospital, black. Nigga, have you checked how many Black American doctors there are, nurses, this? It's like, how many investors, but that doesn't even make sense. Why does it matter to just say this? We don't look for educated people. And like you said a minute ago, I hate when we think that for something to be Black owned, it has to be looking a certain way like it did in the 1950s. No, if Fantastic needs to collab with a Asian person who's an investor to buy this block, and then it's really owned by him, I wouldn't say, oh, this is not a Black business because he got some investment money from it. That's so stupid to me. And I just think he perpetuates that idea where he's like, oh, I have this school, I have this, and we need to teach Black history. And I agree, we need to teach our own type of history. But Mr. Fantastic, you know this. Most of us don't even have the same idea of what our history is.
no,
Some
yeah,
people feel like, oh, we all came from this slave trade. Some people
yeah.
like, oh no, we were here. Some people, it's like we all over the place.
Shout out to my man, legendary Top Cats and Dan Calloway. Again, that right there, like I said, even when brothers and Ivan Van Sertima and stuff like this, right? So there's historical context and proof of what you say, Lucky. And like I said, Lucky, I didn't learn this shit till I was 30. I never heard of anything out of the concept of black people being here before, like you said, because that's all we was taught. That's all slave ship, slave ship, slave ship, slave, 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 slave,
But it
slave.
was
You
two
know,
different stories going on.
that's what that's what I'm saying. So, like you said, once you know better, but then you have people that attack the other things that even with historical context, you got the fucking look, you FBA niggas, bro. Y'all, I'm sick of you niggas. I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna keep saying it. Okay, yeah, you this is me. No, I'm gonna drop you down. Let me drop you down. Hold on, let me make listen. You FBA niggas are out of hand, bro. Okay. All tell the this, tell the that, tell the where your family from. That's not an FBA hairline. Anytime a nigga agree, he motherfucking from the continent. Y'all got to stop this shit. Thank you. Yes, they are. If anything, Tariq Nasheed is fucking leading, bro. That nigga's a comedian, an actor, a pimp, a fucking film producer. You can come back now. Look, I'm out my rant. Okay.
You're approaching a country that forget hating black people and not hating black people. They just don't care. You can be talking about affirmative action. They can be like, I don't care. It literally is of no importance to me. I don't care about slavery. I don't care about segregation. I don't care about you. I don't care how many of you all go to jail. I don't care at all because I'm broke. You can't be the proud, noble fighter when every single time someone sees a person that looks like you on television, they're acting like a damn fool. How would they know? How would they know you're not a damn fool?
Hey, and it's crazy how he and I don't think people even understood the genius in this, right? Because everybody loves using the comment that Muhammad Ali used about the 100 snakes. How do I know? Am I gonna let the one snake in or the good snake and or am I gonna close the door on all of them? It's the same thing with you niggas. You done got to the point now where again we about to shift into the AI thing. AI is learning the worst of the worst behaviors of niggas. From the lexicon, the slang, hell, even the body movements that they doing with these videos.
Well, see, even in that, it's like if we're the large influence. We are. Our culture is everybody else. They don't get a dish unless it came from us. You know what I'm saying? So I always like to keep that as a forefront because sometimes in these conversations they kind of go into like we don't really hate each other for real. We just got issues that was given to us.
Paul Mooney was right.
The black man in America is the most copied man on this planet, bar none. Everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga. How about that?
I just had this conversation with Lauren Mack about how how the aesthetics of women are just in general our culture, the jewelry on every rings, the nails, in art form. We can't do it, but when they do it, it's considered art. It's considered all these type of things. Same thing with black men. Oh, don't do this. But if Justin Bieber sag his pants super, it's just a certain style. If Balenciaga come out, it's a style. But I would say like with the AI thing though, I see that the worst part of us is just like with the homosexual. When the guy wants to become a woman or they mimic women, they always want to mimic the ratchet woman. I'm starting to think that that's media's favorite version of black women. You get what I'm saying? Or even black men. It's the ratchet, it's the ghetto, it's the lingo, it's the I don't know what it is about that's attractive. Because sometimes it just be us. Like I'm sure you and I can go in between hood lingo and talk in a certain way. I don't know what that attractiveness is, but when I start seeing the AI influencers, they go straight. I've seen some Caucasian ones. I'm not gonna say like I don't, but those aren't the ones that we want to talk about. We want to talk about which ones.
Yeah,
the ghetto, ones that portray. And I ain't gonna lie, some of the shit funny, but it just seems as though like that. Even us, we're attracted to that one. What would you say? What is it about ratchet culture that's attractive?
I don't think it's attractive. I think like it's a learned behavior. Again, I think the issue or the problem that yeah, that if you are well articulated, if you are mild mannered, you trying to be white. You trying to be like them white folks. I don't know, like say you younger, but I remember if you could read well and you could articulate and you could do these. Oh, you trying to be like a white person?
You
You
know where
ain't
that
white,
came from?
nigga. Who?
So I'm from California, so maybe it came differently where you are. So in California, around when they start migrating them from the South to California, the blacks in the South in California felt the way because they kind of were like the hidden figures, like the look, like they dressed well, they were poised. But when the blacks from the South started migrating to California, they had a problem to where they would talk to the government there and say, okay, we have an issue because we don't want to, even though we love our black counterparts and they're not our I should have sent you that clip. She said it's an old clip of an interview. She said they're not our intellectual equal. They don't understand the same way. We don't eat the same things. We're different type of people. This people from the South that were migrated into those blacks that were working started calling them the bougie uppity black. You want to be white. You want to be this because from down south they thought every black among in America experienced what they experienced. So when they migrated to New York or places that were like spilling pots of different cultural differences, they can't understand that. So they thought that we were the blacks that were not like them, that were miseducated and stuff like that, the way that they talk, they thought that they were bougie black. So that's where you create the whole, oh, you want to be white or you just want to be this, because the majority from the South, the majority mindset won. So that Christian mindset from the South and all of that, that is what majority of there's no facts, but I think that most black households think that way. So because of most black households thinks that way, that's where it has what you have as far as emotional attachment to slavery, to say you're not really black if you don't talk as an uneducated slave. That's the thing.
Yeah, and how detrimental is that? How detrimental is, again, we only associate blackness with the most negative aspects of quote unquote blackness: street shit, hood shit, ghetto, loud, obnoxious, inarticulate, all of those different things, right? So, and what we're saying is, I think, to your point, we're overrepresented in media because everybody steals the sauce. Everybody want to be black. Everybody want to be a nigga. Nobody want to be a
They want
nigga.
to be that black.
Yeah, but they want the safe versions of it. So they want all the fucking the cool shit, but none of the shit that come with it, right? So I think it's an overrepresentation of the negativity aspect, and now AI is soaking all this stuff up. So when you see 30, 40 years of media that's, drug dealer, killer, gorilla nigga, and now you shift over into the real world, world star.
Well,
Look,
see,
nigga, just real quick, let me say this.
yeah,
Lucky,
go ahead.
niggas forget we created a whole website off of just fights.
Well, listen, we have a lot of shit going on in the hood. Remember Ghetto Brawls, the DVDs? Remember Kimbo Slice?
Yeah, Kimbo's like, yeah.
Rest in peace, Kimbo Slice. But listen, I'm not a person where I judge the ghetto part, because there's a ghetto in everything. Niggas in pair. There's a ghetto in every culture has a ghetto. But I think that I think there's a people. I just think for some reason, even with the AI stuff, and even with the movies, look who owned Hollywood. So when it comes to creating these roles that we play in, we could say, oh, why would you take the role? I agree with you, but why is the person creating only roles that they want to see you in? Shout out to Eddie Murphy, who said he never wanted to be portray that type of character in none of his movies. So he always wanted to portray what he's seen: black people who had good jobs, black people, you know what I'm saying? So you never catch him in a role where he's sagging pants, doing any. I think the most gangster role he said he had was Vampire in Brooklyn, and even still, he was a prestige type of vampire. So I said that to say, if they're creating, here's another outlet of AI, even though we can control it or whoever, we don't know who controlled those videos. But the point is, that is always what it has to be portrayed in media as far as the ghetto version. I'm not saying I disagree with what you're saying, but I think here is another platform to constantly put this message out here. They're not going to ever show black people looking a certain way. Even if you watch commercials, they're gonna push more black men with white women, or white women I've seen with black women with white men in these interracial type of media commercials. You're never gonna see a black family like that. That's not ever been something that they wanted to show. So I think some of it has to do with a narrative that they're going to constantly perpetuate, where we think racism is like the same, but they're going to keep putting out imagery in front of you that's going to champion something that's opposite, when we can create something different. Even Tyler Perry's never going to show the 40-something% of black marriages that have been lasting for a certain amount of time. He wants to talk about what's going to be profitable. Oh, I'm going to go here. So I think it's all about profit. It's not about, showing something different. So what's profitable is the ghetto black people.
Shout out to AM1 for the 5. Greatly appreciate you, brother. Why do non-hood people want to act and look hood, but without hood risk and consequences? Because it's fun. That's like niggas want that's why you make Diet Dr. Pepper and Coke Zero, brother. You want the flavor, but none of the motherfucking negative
They
benefits.
want to look hard. It's something about the bad boy. In Hairspray, the bad boy.
Well, no, that's what's respected. So, like, if for in this demographic, bro, if you not the hood nigga killer gorilla nigga, you seen it soft, right? And niggas will try you just off the strength of that. So just being normal and not being on those super duper, overly hyped nigga shit, bro, niggas see that as weak when that's not the case, brother. It's not that I'm weak. It's just like I got things to lose. And, if push come to shove, I got to go. You got to go. You going, not me. So I would just, originally I'm from Macon. I live in Jacksonville.
What is Macon? Describe Macon.
So Macon is Oakland's hood, right?
Yeah.
So Macon would be the equivalent of probably like a third of Oakland. Oakland third the size. Third of the size. So super hood, predominantly black city. Not a lot of change, but you got 4 sides of town. East side, west side,
minority poverty type of
south
hood.
side. Yeah, the only one good side of town is the north side for the most part. My side of town is on the east side. At one point in time, I think early 90s, not to brag about it, but Macon per capita was one of the murder capitals of the world. I mean, not of the world, but of the country. With a small ass city, less than 200,000.
So like a San Bernardino of Florida.
I guess something like that.
Yeah. Okay. So would you say you were a hood?
No, I wasn't hood at all. I was a nerd, but I grew up around it. So I'm like I said, this is what I say.
Wait, time out, because I'm trying to have a conversation. So you wouldn't say you were hood. What is hood to you? I guess I'm trying to.
Oh well, no. I guess
a part of a gang. Would you just say that's a hood? Okay.
So I wouldn't be considered a hood nigga because I wasn't out in the street doing street shit. Okay. So part of being a hood is even though you grow up in the hood, you're not hood. So of course I grew up in the hood. Huh?
I disagree. So, and it could be a cultural thing. So in South Central, right, it's a lot of guys that have cousins that never gangbang. Well, I don't see it. What is it? Because there's black bars up here.
On the screen.
Had a pistol in a book. Hey, I will argue the reason why a young black boy bring a gun to school is totally different than a white one. Usually the black boy, he not here to kill everybody. He just got one person that might kill him. The white kids, they ready to kill everybody. But anyway, so you have a demeanor that's picked up from living in the hood. The hood would be a ghetto. It could be you learn how to fight, you defend yourself. It could be you learned how to, first of all, street smarts. You know how to look at your surroundings.
So that's what I'm saying. Look,
I would say you just weren't from the streets.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I can spot a trap from a million miles away, right? I can spot a nigga holding from, from 20 yards, right? I know where it is and so on and so forth. I know the projects was going on, all this, so on and so forth, right? When I was in the military, I would purposely drive around the city, get lost, find my way back to base or whatever, so on and so forth, to see what was going on, right? At night. You feel me? So like I said, I understand all of the hood shit. I understand the liquor store. I understand the motherfucking Arab gas station, all that shit, right? My thing is, like you said, because I don't partake of it, I've picked up all that. This is what I said. Look, listen, I'm the sidewalk nigga. I get the benefits of watching and learning everything the street niggas do without getting ran over.
But see, street niggas, boom. I believe you have the street niggas, so you have the gang members, whatever niggas who make money from the streets. They was raised differently. They had to. Just like you got the street bitches. She been on her own since she was 14. That's a total different thing. Then you got the ones that have choices. That's to the comment. They want to look like the thing because it's something about a person that comes from a neighborhood where you have to understand life differently. So you don't take certain things, you know what I'm saying, for granted, versus a person that was raised in suburbs. They're more green. So if you and that person go out, you're the hood nigga, but you're not. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying from the.
So I listen to these lame ass YouTube niggas some of the times too, and they don't like me, and they say, and I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to be anything. I never claim to be a street nigga. That's why I don't say I'm hood, because most hood niggas, I'm a hood nigga. I'm just it's like they hard. So that's why I say, nah, bro, I'm not a hood nigga.
It's because they're thinking of commercial. They're not
Yeah,
thinking
shout out to Coach. I grew up, nigga. I done seen a hand to hand before. You feel me, nigga? I grew up next to, like, I come to find out. Look, I left home. Look, I used to burn CDs for a murderer. Okay.
But the people don't understand. You love them. They cool as fuck, you know?
Well, I didn't love this nigga. He just asked me, but like, this nigga would come to me. I'm the only nigga that had a motherfucking grandma with a PC that could burn CDs. So, you know, niggas, hey man, I need that,
this is like your friend. Okay.
Yeah, so like, nah, I left home. I see this nigga motherfucking picture in the motherfucking paper of murder. He doing life. You feel me? So that's what I'm saying. That's how close you grow up to this shit, man. Like I said, east side of Macon, shout out to Macon. Everybody know what it is, bro. It don't get no more hood than that, right?
Well, that's just what I mean. I think that people who aren't from there, they'll say, "Oh, you're this," because you may know how to maneuver, or it'll come down to eye for an eye in your understanding. Whether you're moved out of there, that's a hood. So
shout out to I just found out. You heard about this? You know this guy named Bodie James?
Bodie,
So Bodie James, a rapper, he from Detroit, right? I didn't even know this shit. I just found out him talk about this shit on the motherfucking what's his name? Buddy got bodies. He beat triple homicide. He said, I had no idea. And his demeanor, and he's just so cool and laid back and calm, collective. You would never suspect it, right? Because he never comes off on a rah-rah, right? He's a real laid back cat.
That's how they really are.
Yeah, and that's, you know what I'm saying? But you know, me, a lot of motherfuckers are pro. Nigga, you like, bro, I'm really not about that. But I understand just how far shit can go if you let it go that way. Mm-hmm. So I will match energy with energy quick to see where it's gonna be. But just know whenever I'm matching energy, I'm not just woofing. It's like I'm prepared. If I'm not prepared and I see you moving a certain type of way, or you acting like you finna clutch some shit, all right, bro, you got it. So on and so forth. I'm out of there. I ain't stupid, nigga. I ain't finna lose my life over trying to be Billy Badass. But if me and you both got it, nigga, no, that's not gonna happen, because I understand what's happening here. It's a power dynamic. It's a dominance thing. It's you trying to, you know what I'm saying? So I know how that shit move quick. And then, like you said, as you get older, you learn, hey, oh, hell no. You hear that? Hey, I'm out.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying about perception. So when it's this misconception as to what a hood, quote unquote, is, I believe that they're talking about street people. They're talking about people that want to portray a sense of masculinity because they're probably not. They're probably gay. But that's the conversation people don't want to have. But that's an overcompensation of masculinity. The real hood, quote unquote, nigga, we got to use that, you know, the real hood nigga is not a loud person. He don't want no problems for real, because he know where he will take it. That's a certain demeanor. I'm not saying that the louder one is usually the crash out.
No, you're right. Yeah, you got crash outs that's about that shit, but the crash outs are few and far in between. You got a lot more woofers, and you got a lot more, like, you know what I mean, motherfuckers that's trying to be loud, that really not gonna do shit, but they trying to bluff or scare motherfuckers.
Exactly.
Now you do got some all out crash outs, but everybody know who that is. Everybody know the crash out nigga. That nigga name, everybody know.
That's what I think is being misconstrued when they say women want hood niggas. I think what they're saying is the attributes. I want to know a man could be able to protect. I know he has street smarts. You know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't gonna speak for people because they might be talking about the crash out. Let me just what I think that they're saying. I think they're talking about the masculine qualities that they may possess as far as a sense of protect, or like you just said, like you can read a room. You might go into a establishment and automatically it's your second nature to check for all the exits. Some people just go places. You know what I'm saying? They just be, oh, okay, if you crossing the street or you going to your car, okay, I know not to just be on my phone. Let me just. It's situational where like you think a certain way.
Yeah.
So I think when they attracted to those men, it's because of what they know to do. You feel protected. So versus a other person where they'll think, oh, she just want a gangbanger. It's like, no, I don't think that those women want a gangbanger. I think they're attracted to the fact that he has the ability to protect her. Now, I'm not speaking for the young girls. I'm just saying this is what I think that they could be meaning. I don't know if I'm right.
Shout out to y'all. My bad. Shout out to my man Wills Rojo for the 2. Appreciate you, brother. I wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friends. Shout out to the Boondocks reference. Shout
That's
out
what
to AM1.
Science said.
Yeah, AM1 again for another 5. Appreciate you, brother. Why do all black rappers, ball players, and influencers all pretty much have the same trendy look that just happens to be hood-ish? Again, I think that is what's identified as blackness, bro. And niggas just, you don't want to seem shout to Juvenile. You fall away from your home using an alien. You don't want to be the nigga that's sticking out like a sore thumb, bro. You know what I'm saying, in a situation. So that's another thing too. I don't think we give enough credit for blending in, right? Because if you look like everybody else, you know what I mean? If you the only nigga there with a motherfucking Armani suit on, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Shout out to Will's Rojo again for another thing. Fantastic couldn't say no. Couldn't say no to what? Look, man. Hey, bro. Listen. Hey, man. Listen. I learned about all you street niggas, man, from the safety of the sidewalk, baby. I ain't got my toe ran over. I done seen niggas get killed. I done seen niggas get crashed up. I done seen niggas not be able to walk again. I done seen it all, man. You know what I'm saying? All right. Some niggas done got turned into brotherfuckers, like Lucky said, playing in them streets. Brought the brotherfuck out.
When they were younger and their mothers allowed certain things. I mean, that's why I don't really like YouTube, because we can't have real conversations.
Shout out to my man, my Dark Low IQ. Greatly appreciate you, brother, for the 10 on the Cash App. You say for peace to you, brother. Greatly appreciate you. So let's get into some of these things, man. Let's get into some of these wild clips over here. Let me see. Let's just do the window. So I should, yeah. Let's do the window. Hold on. Interesting. There we go. All righty.
Because we have been on the front lines of telling the truth, and they are using Black women for this AI generated propaganda because of our.
Now look, I don't think they generate and put a rainbow bonnet on this black woman in a fucking 2011 Altima for these AIs, man. Again, I think this is just AI learning.
You want to have a real conversation?
Let's go. You know, I'm always about the real, baby.
This is definitely a narrative. This is definitely not narrative. This is definitely perpetuating the same thing that we see, but they're putting it more in content form to make money off of it, which Black creators have been making money off this stereotype for years. There's another form as an individual creator to make many films using the same stereotypes. It's just like the statue. If you don't want people to portray you a certain way, you need to be more aggressive in the way you portray yourself as a group. That's just the unfortunate reality.
So you think, but I'm saying, do you think this is all prompted, or is this just how much of this do you think is prompted by the person, right? So you got have you played with pause chat GBT or
Yeah, I've created an
VO3?
AI video, a cartoon. Yeah,
Cool. So do you think how much of it do you think is prompt versus
all of
AI
it,
interpretation? You
all
think
of
it's
it.
all prompted 100%?
So, and I'll show you one. If I create and I'll say, create me a black woman who has a bob and she's talking, they're gonna create. She's gonna more likely she's gonna have a wig bob, baby hairs. They're gonna create there. They're not gonna give me a Michelle Obama look. They're gonna create the most popular
Yes,
type
that's what
of
I'm
look.
saying. So hold on, so make you on the same page. So that's what I'm
Okay,
saying. So
yeah,
even though you said a bob, what's a bob? I don't know what a bob is. Is that a shortcut? That's a shortcut.
a blunt shortcut.
Okay, cool. All right. So when you say bob, though, like you said, Michelle Obama has a well, yeah, Michelle Obama has a bob too, but without the baby hair. So what I'm saying is the interpretation part will be them adding the baby hairs. You know what I'm
Oh, I
saying?
get what you're saying. Yes, the other
And
added
then,
features, making her with
yeah,
makeup. Yeah.
and then the way she speaks, is she gonna speak like Michelle Obama,
So
or she gonna speak?
the voice, you can create the voice, but as far as the tone of the voice, the cadence, you pick
Uh,
what cadence you want. Now they do have certain systems where you do create a general response and you'll put the ethnicity. Then they'll kick it back. So if I put black woman and you only give me a ratchet black woman voice, you've created a system that is racist already. Because I don't have no other options of a black woman voice. Candace Owens is a black woman.
yeah.
Do I
And
have to put black women that talk like
Candace
a white
Owens would have a bob, right? Candace Owens would also be an
and she has
example
a
of a
bob?
bob.
You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
there's a lot of
yeah.
black women I can tell you that have bobs, and Oprah been the hair black woman for years in media. You're not gonna give me a curly hair Oprah. You're gonna give me what the group that you want to portray that is largely the influence. You're gonna give me baddies. You're gonna give me, you know what I'm saying, the one that you want to influence. You're not
Yeah,
gonna
so
give
that's
me
what
someone else.
so
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is because it's an overabundance of, even though we have, like you said, Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama got a damn podcast now, right? And we got Candace Owens, we got Oprah, we got all these much higher, women of black women
Gina
of prestige.
Hall. Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody.
right. But
Nah.
what AI is seeing mainly, like you said, being that it's being put out there through the fights, through the content, through the just that the AI is learning from. The AI is picking up on that and saying, okay, well, this here's a black woman.
AI is
Okay,
not picking up on it because AI is directly attached to the internet. So AI can pick up on what it chooses to. So if we're talking about something that is designed by a person, it don't just have a brain. Yes, it has a brain. You know what I'm saying? Now it's working. That's what I
yeah, I
mean.
got
But I mean, like, if it's created by a person, that means that it can search the web for give me many different looks. Why are you just giving me a certain aesthetic? If I say I
you.
want, if I say I want a black 30, a black 28-year-old man, why are you creating him to look like uh
Lil
NL?
Durk. Yeah,
Right.
in the top of Lil Durk. Okay, so that's
You
what
know
I'm
what I'm
saying. But this is
saying?
what I'm saying. So this is what I'm saying. When you go to Google Images, and I told people this, I was pissed about this. When that motherfucking junkie ass nigga died, right? And niggas burned down half the country for him. If you typed in black man, his picture would pop up on Google, right? Just type in black man, his picture will pop up,
Know that.
right?
Okay.
So what I'm saying is when you go through those images, like you said, black woman, right? Or whatever, it has to filter through them, yes, but it's going to take the majority of the
The
thing as
popular.
the norm and the narrative. So when you go through 28-year-old black woman with bob, and now 70 out of the fucking 100 things,
Got baby hairs.
baby hairs, green, pink, blue, all this other shit, la la la. So it's
Mhm.
not that AI is racist, it's that the algorithm is saying and being forced because, hey, this is the majority of the fucking thing. So I'm going to put all this shit together and make up this imaginary fucking woman and this imaginary hairstyle and all these different things. Because listen, I don't think nobody had the detailed luck to put a motherfucking rainbow, goddamn.
Well, you know, on my channel, one of the things I don't like doing clips no more because I'll be trying to find clips where bitches ain't got a bonnet on. Now, the other thing, right? I'm gonna ask too. Um, Okay, so I can see what you're saying, that it's a system where it's designed to go off of the popular one. It's not gonna just like how I'm thinking, just give me all the bobs. Why you giving me just Bonquisha's bob? Okay, anyway. So why you just giving me Bonquisha's bob? I get that part, right? I guess I'm trying to understand, right? If we in a new content space, when we say it's racist, right? I guess I'm gonna say I think what they're calling racist is we don't know who created this. You see what I'm saying? Because we could say, first of all, we know AI was not created by nobody black. Can we agree?
Oh yeah, 1000%.
Okay. Okay. So it's designed to go off of things on the internet. Now we have somebody who's using AI to show and advertise these apps. Hey, use these apps to create these things. What is, I guess that for this person to have a point to say AI is racist, I guess I would ask, what is the majority of the creators that are making these black clips to advertise these apps? What are their races? What is their race, and why do they keep trying to target the same audience that Ming Lee targets when she puts a black woman on the front of her bonnet? She don't put an Asian. She's only targeting to this group. We're always the consumer group. So I guess I would say for them to have a point, it would be that the person who created these clips to advertise the app, what race are they?
Okay.
For known integrity. It is because of how educated we are. It is because we have been on the front lines of telling the truth and shouting that we're the 92% and we were right. And they're trying to do two things. A, discredit us amongst the left, amongst progressives, amongst those who are on the fence or who are looking for good information and for people to give them good information. And two, to once again make people who are on the right feel as if they are not racist and not biased and
yeah, man. Listen, man.
like they have.
I don't. Oh God. Hold on. No, not that one.
I feel like on your channel, it's like this. Nobody's telling me to do this, but I always feel like I have to try to be as understanding as to shit I don't necessarily understand as much as possible for other groups. I don't know why I feel like that.
Well, no.
I don't like to seem closed-minded. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'd be like, okay, maybe they feel this sort of something. We're in a world where you have to consider everybody's feelings. So
You said what now?
I said we're in a world where we have to consider everybody's feelings about it. Now, personally, I just want to say this. Once I figure out how to make some hood content on AI, definitely, okay, we're gonna have hood families.
Hood families is wild.
You know them weddings in the backyard with the bowl and the chair? And then they gotta walk down like this. I'm from when they walk down the aisle with a step. Oh yeah, I seen this.
Uber XL because I'm worth it. Y'all be getting picked up in a DoorDash car smelling like food on the way to a date. My trick always sends a Uber XL because I'm worth it. Y'all be getting picked up in a DoorDash car smelling like food on the way to a date.
My trick.
I feel like there's a man who made this.
A man? Look, stop it.
Okay, so hear me out. I think this is just another form of them creating this. What would you think gonna happen if they have AI panels? They're gonna have a Mr. Fantastic. They're gonna have a Lucky. They're gonna have all these two. They're gonna make. We're no longer gonna be things. So they're gonna create what they hear us arguing about, what they hear women say, what they hear men say. Create AI to not just be entertainment, but to further perpetuate the mindset that they see us talking about, and they ain't gonna need us talk about it no more. They're gonna create it. This is no thing. This is not. They're creating that black bougie Kevin Samuels thing. They listen to Kevin Samuels and they gonna say, "I got 5 kids." It's probably gonna be one to say, "I got 5 kids," but yep, these things about to pay for it. I hid 3 of them. Yep, I swallowed all them babies. They gonna say the most craziest shit. I told you the one where he was like, "Hey, babe, did you cook this?" She's like, "It's my period blood, bitch." I'm like, "Whoa,
Yeah, I
I've
heard.
never
Yeah,
like that's insane."
somebody used that for a drop. That's crazy.
All right, I need y'all to tell me if I'm tripping or not. Y'all don't find it weird that y'all don't find it weird that all of a sudden we're starting to see like all these weird AI videos.
Hold on.
Percent the black women said that we were
Yeah,
gonna.
what the fuck is the 92%? They talking about the you dumb. I hope y'all ain't talking about dummies that voted for Kamala. Is that what y'all are? That's what the 92% means. That's the only 92% I can think of. Is that the reference? Kamala voters? You a
What's the
black woman, goddamn?
A black woman that voted?
That's what that is. Anybody in the chat can help us out. That's what that means.
Wait, start over. Let me hear it again. How she say it?
All right, I need y'all to tell me if I'm tripping or not. Y'all don't find it weird that the 92%, the black women, said that we were gonna sit back, not involve ourselves in any of this
Oh
stuff
yeah,
going on
yeah.
because we did.
That's what she's referring to. The 92% of black women said they was gonna sit back and not involve themselves.
Being losers.
Cut off your friend.
Watch this bitch swallow this whole bone.
Man who forgot your birthday.
Yeah, no, the whole chicken.
Hey, I'm your AI friend. I can chat about anything. Daily life,
Pause.
deep thoughts, or just
I will say
these tweets are just
the
random
other
fun
one.
stuff.
She's a very attractive plus size woman.
Like, we're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this.
Think. Look at her skin.
Like, we're not gonna do this.
You don't see her skin?
I don't give a fuck about her skin. She's not attractive. You have
That's
nice
like you're
skin.
a colorist. We went over this, but
No.
I think she's attractive.
No. I it's plenty of dark skinned women. I've showed this. I got one on my on the thing right now. I'm
looking at her face. Fantastic.
She's unattractive.
This is scary for men. I would literally, if I was a man and I was lonely or my wife died or whatever I was going through, and then this girl had an account and she wanted to face video chat me, and I just wanted a companion. She could talk. I would not think that this was a fake thing. She is
Oh yeah,
attractive.
this is crazy. That's what I'm saying.
It's probably somebody in the world that looked like this girl.
Yeah, and they hit too, but she definitely looks realistic, but she's not attractive at all. We can do a poll. 1 for attractive, 2 for unattractive. Or not, my bad. Okay, let's not do this. I hate when y'all do women. We can't trust women. Y'all always lie for each other. Okay, y'all said that motherfucking Precious was cute.
You don't believe that? Who said Precious? Who?
Y'all said Lizzo. Y'all said Lizzo was fine.
Lizzo is fine.
Why the fuck she's not?
If we're
Lizzo's
talking about
not
her face card, Lizzo look better than half a lot of. Stop playing.
Oh my god.
Stop playing.
Stop. And then
Lizzo's face.
Then y'all shit on Lotto. Stop. Then y'all turn around and say Lotto's overrated.
Okay, we're not going to talk about preference. We're not going to say one is better than the other. Just because you find one attractive, that doesn't mean the other is not attractive.
Yes, it does.
That's just not your preference.
Fucking Ari or what's the name? That bitch, she a butterhead. She horrible.
Lizzo's face look better than Ari's.
No, they about the same. They both unattractive.
You're crazy.
You saying Lizzo's terrible. Wait or not wait. Oh, let me think of somebody that was big.
Terrible? Bro,
Terrible.
Y'all crazy. Y'all, it's crazy.
Terrible.
Okay.
Horrible.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of somebody that was big and they lost weight. A celebrity.
Big lost weight, Kelly Price.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Facially, Kelly Price got one of the prettiest faces ever.
No, this your channel. You got it. Go ahead.
She had a whole bunch of fat around it.
It's I'm in a place once I realize somebody is delusional, we just go ahead.
Whoa, you saying Lizzo look better than Kelly Price?
Kelly Price face look better than Lizzo's better. We're not saying that they're both pretty better. I disagree. You're delusional as fuck.
And she dark skinned. Jennifer Hudson, that's the one. Jennifer Hudson to me is mid. I ain't gonna say Jennifer Hudson is highly attractive, but Jennifer Hudson
looks better than Kelly Price. What the fuck wrong with you?
I didn't say Jennifer Hudson don't look better than Kelly Price. I said she looks.
I'm saying the fact that you call her mid and Kelly Price is the what?
She's beautiful.
I don't think she's ugly, but I'm saying to put her so far ahead of Lizzo's. I'm just talking about face.
Yeah, man. I'm looking at her face. I'm looking at like.
See, you felt that way about Joy Taylor, and I think Joy Taylor is very pretty.
No, Joy Taylor is mid.
Okay, let's get to the
Yeah,
video.
like
This
girl right
woman
here.
is pretty.
I actually was what's her name? Erica Lachey. This girl right here is fine as hell. She's dark skinned.
This girl in this video?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Erica
she
Lachey.
pretty as hell. She
That's what I'm
pretty.
saying. So don't hit me with that
Look
colorism
at her
shit, girl.
eyebrows. B. Period. She pretty.
I have a quick question. Where do we like draw the line with cultural appropriation when like it's AI that's doing it? A lot of the viral AI videos are like of black content creators, black women specifically, and I just don't know how I feel about that. I'm lying. I know exactly how I feel about that. You feel me? If it feels like a minstrel show. Because the prompt writers, are they black women? I don't think so. These AI using the N-word. What? There should be some sort of movement against digital blackface. That's what I'm calling it. I'm giving it a name. It's digital blackface.
Nah, that shit over with,
She's telling
Shawty.
the truth. And I thought Stacey Dash was her skin color.
Hell no. Stacey Dash light as shit. What you talking
No,
about?
now I'm talking about 90s Stacey Dash.
Light. She's always been light skinned. Stacey Dash was always light skinned. What you talking about?
You ever watch Clueless?
Yes, she was light skinned there too. You compare her to a white girl, she said next to a
This
white
girl
girl.
is the same. This girl is the same tone. Whatever. I don't want to go in that conversation with you. 'Cause
Lucky,
you
yeah,
sound
lucky,
colorblind.
yeah, lucky. You think you light skinned, baby? We ain't gonna do this.
No, I said I'm gold.
All right, Black TikTok. Let me know
No, no.
I'm bronze.
if you've seen this. Have you been seeing a bunch of AI videos where they're depicting a bunch of black women in negative ways? Some of these videos are showing a lot of black women at McDonald's. Some of these videos.
Again, man, I'm saying this, right? What I'm saying is this, right? These shit is not prompts, bro. The AI is self-learning. That's I don't think niggas don't understand AI. Niggas haven't paid attention to AI. So everybody's saying, "Oh, this is racist. Y'all making it." No, it's not making it. It's literally taking what it's seen is already there, and it's just creating whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? It comes up with the thing for the most part. You niggas are not Martin Scorsese. Y'all are not motherfucking Stephen King. Y'all are not Paramount Studios. Y'all niggas are not motherfucking script writers. Because I'm sick of niggas. I'm not finna let y'all do this. I'm not finna let y'all make it seem like we got these genius ass, all of these racist, just fucking creative ass people. No, you simply put some shit in there and AI.
Why? Wait. Why do we have to convince you? You see how I just said it to me? I'm gonna take the devil's advocate because who would you be talking to? Why would we, the people that think like this, have to convince you that these racist people would create a system when they've already done it? We're in one. So why do you think that the creator of an AI platform, not saying I agree the fact that you can create things, right? But why do you think that the last video, the faces behind it won't try to do in a way where I'm a young white boy, whatever, and I want to create the most ghettoest black man, or my app, I want to create 50 Cent, and I want to say some shit that if I was 50 Cent, I would say it, or if I was Bonquisha, I would say it. Yeah, hell yeah, they about to. This is another form of digital blackface where the person who's creating it, you won't even have a responsibility. You won't even know. And the dumb part about it is, most of the people that's gonna follow that content are gonna look like it, probably resonate with it to find that type of entertainment. I think two things could be true. It's something you can create, and it also can put the hands of the creator to push forth racial narratives or constantly put your embarrassing stereotypes in your face. And if you want to do something about it, you should change the way you're portrayed or create other AI content to combat what's going against you. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't about to change it, but the ones complaining about it is not about to create another narrative to go against the stereotypes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. I think two things can exist. I
Well, I
think it
think
could
we
be.
can just create an Indian one where everybody smells bad. So we'll see what happens. If you just
Hey,
start,
if you do, do you see the black guy trying to teach the Habib's dances online? If you do something,
yeah. I see, yeah.
if you created, but see, that's where I'm at now. Instead of complaining about something, create something to combat it. We need a balance.
Yeah.
Okay, if you had a problem, the same thing with the statue. You have a problem with the statue. Create something to combat the narrative, so that when they create these narratives and these stereotypes that you don't like, it looks even more far-fetched of fake, because we know, okay, the average person don't act like that. But just like you said, Lucky, we're gonna sit up here and say this rainbow bonnet ain't a thing. I can't argue with it, because bitches, we keep doing that. So stop doing that, and then you'll have a better conversation, or create hella entertaining. Create a Habib at a gas station to where everybody who come into the gas station, he roasting their ass. Something funny. You know what I'm saying? Just
Listen,
thank you. Come again. We funny.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this too, man. Ain't nobody funnier than niggas, bro. So you niggas
That's
missing
what
out.
I'm saying.
Ain't nobody funnier than niggas, dog. So
And can't
this,
nobody nigga more than
yeah, ain't nobody more niggas than niggas either. So listen, yeah, instead of complaining, I seen a bunch of brothers saying it. Instead of complaining, man, hey, come back this shit and make a bag off of it because somebody gonna get it. So it might as well be you. We do your super chats. Shout out to AM1 again. Appreciate you, brother, for 5. So grown men across all ages think it's okay to be little trendy followers, but wonder why women ain't acting right. Make it make sense. I think everybody follows trends, bro. AM1, nobody's fucking under 3,000, my brother. Most people ain't out here putting on the motherfucking fur.
piano.
Yeah, and putting a piano on their back, and wearing football pads and a.
I like Andre. Keep your heart 3 stacks.
Yeah, I fuck with him 1,000%, but ain't nobody dressing like that nigga. Shout out to Freeman's Journal for the 5 greatly. Black culture focuses on external causes that just keeps black people chasing their tail. There's positive black content, but the complainers don't promote it. Shout out to the Bell for the 5. What black women were outraged when the Democrats used ratchet black women rappers for votes? Oh, that's a great question.
A lot of black bullshit. Listen, DeBelle, I would say it's a lot of black women, but that's going to be very anecdotal.
Yeah, no.
Because the 92% voted, so.
And they were defending it. When we was like, hey, what the fuck?
I don't want to talk about this right now, okay? Just.
Yeah, all right. Shout out to you, tell them for the 5. Fine is body, not face. Face can be cute, not fine. I think it's a combination, bro. I think it's a combination.
I want to fight. Okay, can you go back to the last one? When he said that, did he not see the people? Do they not count the bill? Do the people on TikTok complaining about it not count? Or are we going off the votes? The votes rule?
Well, the votes definitely rule. And if you go by the amount of people that fucking defended it, they defended it. Look, like you said, I don't know if you even noticed you said this, but you know how much money black women, the black sororities.
I can name some female content creators that had a problem with it. Okay.
Was they minority or majority though? It's a minority.
He said, "What black women?" I got names.
Yeah, you got enough, baby. You ain't got enough. That's very, very small, few and small between, baby. Shout out to Fat Boy for life. Greatly appreciate your brother for becoming a member.
You're too down with the gang. You're one of my members.
Oh,
hey, did you see Drake's Iceman?
That's name. That's not what is this or whatever.
The video. What did I miss?
Yeah. What did I miss? Yeah, man. I don't know. Listen, man. Y'all, that's another nigga thing too, man. Y'all mad at this man?
No. We're not gonna do that right now. Nope. We're not doing that right now. We're not doing that right now. The amount of arguments I had to have. Okay, we just gonna.
Yeah, you got Kendrickitis. We're gonna let you live.
I love Drake. My song, right? I like old Drake. I like Drake with the melodies. Hey, Somebody Loves Me. Just Drake's part. It reminds me of Take Care Drake, don't it? Somebody Loves Me remind me of Take Care Drake. I like that Drake.
Lord Jesus.
What you? Okay.
Now let's get into the Carnival Cruise. So have you ever been on a Carnival Cruise, Lucky?
No, but I want to host a party on one. They pay you money to host a party on Carnival.
I didn't know this, man. Shout out to Lucky. So I saw all you party promoters. Well, not no more, Lucky. I think that ship has sailed. Pun intended. Okay.
Hope you got your gear.
Unless your ass is gonna be playing motherfucking polka and country music, buddy. Get them out of here.
I know a little bit of Leanne Rhymes. But yeah,
Shannon Sharpface. Let me see where it's at. All right, cool.
Shannon Sharp is so attractive to me. To be an older guy. Very attractive.
You know how you like them, like them young now.
Yeah, I would never be his type. I'm not young. I'm not white.
Okay.
Not have to worry about me. They do not have to worry about me. We got the message loud and clear. We are not your demographic anymore. So, y'all, I was supposed to be going on a Carnival Cruise. So, one of my friends is turning 30 and he's never been on a cruise. He doesn't have a passport, so do not suggest flying somewhere.
Now, let me say this, Mary. All right. I got it. Yeah, she cute with makeup. You gotta say that. It's a lot of it. Ain't no dark skinned person got no red blush here and their forehead. Look, I can't, you can't never trust, can't never be too safe. Look, it can be a whole man up under that makeup. But okay, my bad. Sidetrack. So as everyone knows, man, I did 20 years in the Navy. Okay. I have cumulatively, I'll probably say I have at least three plus years on an actual boat, right? Living on a ship, being out to sea, whatever. Okay. Now, that's not that bad for, well, maybe like 4, right? I was in squadron. I was not a ship nigga. I would have not made it through my naval career as a ship nigga. Couldn't never did it. I never wanted to be ship's company. But anyway, right? Living on a ship, right? Being on a ship around people is a floating jail, prison, or whatever. Okay. You only have so far you can go. Okay. To your left, to your right, to the north, to the south, right? Because you run out of that shit, motherfucker, you in the water. All right. And most people have never ever seen, shout out to Chief Rock in the building, man. Brothers like this. Brothers like this ran so that we can walk. Okay, you hear me? Shout out to all my deep in the trenches seafarers out here, man. Shout out to Chief Rocker. So a lot of people never seen the ocean, man. If you've never seen the ocean for one, like the water being blue, nigga, the water is blue. Okay, I'm talking your deepest, darkest fucking navy blue. All right. Anything falling that motherfucker, like you can't even see it after so long, right?
Yeah,
So,
and I think not to say just to add, and in the middle of at night they tell you not to go out on the deck because it's black, right?
yeah, oh yeah, no, you no chance. You fall in the water overnight and you don't have some type of floating device, you don't have some type of light, a beacon or whatever. Shout out to Shakanulu, man. Okay, brother. I'm not gonna argue with you. Thank you too, brother. Thank you for your service. I wasn't finna fucking do it. Fuck that shit. But anyway, to me, the boat is the boat. Okay, I don't give a fuck how much freedom you got. I don't give a fuck whatever. I was never a fucking boat person. My ass get cabin fever real easy. So for me, even with the cruise shit, bro, the food cool, whatever. You get alcohol, liquor, whatever, all this other shit. Of course, you got that pussy on deck. Okay, that's you know. But anyway, the boat is a boat. So when you go to the boat for the first time, a lot of people don't know. They've never been out to sea. A lot of people get seasick, right? You got to get your Dramamine ready or whatnot, your patches, your pills, whatever you got to take. And then sickness, right? That's why you got to be extremely, extremely careful and clean because on the Carnival Cruise, everything's like a buffet of self-serve. So a lot of these shits, right? You go behind motherfuckers not cleaning their hands and shit, you get sick. And you get sick on the motherfucking boat. And I think this happened sometime before C-19 broke out. There were a lot of cases of cruise ships getting norovirus, right? Pretty much where like you pissing out your ass and in your mouth at the same time. Both ends. Look, you ever had that? We call it they call it the
a stomach virus, yes.
Yeah, they call it the dragon. We call it
or traveler. Oh no, I think that's DR. When they say don't use the water. Travelers.
Yeah. So pretty much like bacteria infection or whatever, stomach virus, and you're vomiting and defecating at the same time, and they're both in liquid form, right? So I don't know what about a boat intensifies that shit, right? But it does. Okay.
Motion sick? No, you're not talking about motion sick. Okay.
No, I'm talking about the like the veracity of the fucking virus itself. Yeah, like it shit is bad and it spreads super fast because everybody's in proximity and you know what I'm saying, you can't clean the shit fast enough. But yeah. But the cruise thing for me, man, I can't separate a Navy boat from a cruise boat or any boat. So it's the same to me, but a lot of people have fun. Okay.
You been on a cruise?
Yeah, one.
Oh, and
I told myself it was gonna be cool because you know I ain't gotta answer to nobody. I can do whatever the fuck I want. You know, like I said, I got pussy, I got alcohol, all this shit, and it was just like, nah, still a boat. So
quick, after this video, I just want to know what she's saying in this blonde hair on the right. It says you may like, it's in your algorithm. You see it?
That's not blonde. That's not blonde hair. That's a thing.
Okay. I was just so curious as to what she was saying.
That's a shawl. That's like a shawl.
Oh, she got cornrows.
Okay. Yeah, she said black man save yourself. I don't know. Hey, it might be something. We'll check it out later.
So he's never been on a cruise, and he was like, "It's my dirty 30. I want to be on a turns up ship." He'd be seeing all the videos of Carnival. He was like, "I want to do that because I'm trying to be lit for my birthday, right?" Well, Carnival has decided they want to rebrand. They don't want to be known as the turn up cruise no more, the budget friendly cruise no more. They want to be, I don't know, I guess they want to be royal. Even though when people book Carnival, they know what they are booking. They know they are booking a turn up cruise, period. Everybody on there is looking to have a good time, party, and have fun. We know what type of people are on there. Like, everybody on there, it's just Carnival cruises are so much fun. Like, everybody is just a vibe, right? And it's like anywhere there's going to be like alcohol, things might get a little rowdy. That just comes with the territory of people being drunk. It has nothing to do with like, you know, being black, being this, the music. But these people done banned the fans. They saying no more hip hop music. So, child, that was the whole purpose of us going. So now.
I don't know what was up with this whole fan shit. I think the fan shit was like that Beyonce shit. They talking about the fans. Anybody know? They talking about the fans. They talking about like the fucking the pop fans.
We are not going back to the drawing board because no, ma'am.
Oh, here you go.
They fucking sick of y'all. And before y'all get on here talking about some, oh, they racist, they hate black people.
So
no, they hate niggas.
Said there would be no more fans allowed in the boat.
That's
no
what
more
they hate.
fans
I
allowed.
even do. They hate niggas. That's exactly what it is. And y'all don't know how to handle yourselves. Y'all get on here, get drunk, get to fighting, being disruptive, disturbing all the other passengers. That's all it is. Like, y'all act like y'all have no fucking home training. Like, everywhere don't have to be a party. Some people pay for this shit just to simply relax. That's it. That's all they want to do is relax. They don't want to deal with no bullshit. They don't want to deal with no fighting, no irate motherfuckers who don't know how to control their liquor, all that shit. Some people just don't want to deal with that shit. And if I spend my money, depending on it, especially if I book the cruise, you know, if you book the cruises late, you spend a pretty penny. Spend about $2-3 grand. If you booked it early, you spend about $1,000-1,200. But either way it go, I spent my money to relax. This is my getaway from what's going on in the real fucking world. And I got to deal with you motherfuckers acting ignorant? Yeah. I'm with all the rules. Ban all this shit. And then stop bringing out fucking kids. Damn. Like, it's enough of this shit. We grown. Grown motherfuckers is paying to get away from kids, and then y'all bringing the kids to the function with y'all. Like, what the fuck is y'all doing? Leave your motherfuckers at home. Take your kids. You want to take your kids? I'm going to take your kid to Disneyland. That's what you can do. Take your motherfucking kid to Disneyland. Don't bring them on a cruise disturbing everybody else's peace of mind. Fuck.
Listen, I agree with that shit 1,000%, man. Listen here. Keep them motherfucking kids at home, nigga. Okay?
Fuck them kids. Fuck them kids. Fuck the kids? Fuck the kids? Yeah.
Yeah, fuck them kids, man. Fuck them kids. Ain't nothing worse than them little motherfuckers. They be putting their hands on everything and in the way and But apparently, okay, that's my that's that the boots on the ground shit was the is the black dude. I think that was hugging on that freaky ass old lady with the long tongue. Right? That Boots on the Ground, that's the song by the black cowboy guy or the black country dude. Is the black line dancing guy. And then, like you said, the fans is something you do with that song, I guess. Is that what it is? Shit.
Yeah, where them fans at? Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah,
I
hey,
got
man.
my boots on the ground.
And what the hell we got? Look, man. Hey, y'all niggas, I'm just not realizing this.
I want to go to one now with them fans at.
Well, no, they banned that. So you ain't gonna have no fans there, baby.
Where them fans at?
Hey, they not gonna be on that boat. I can tell you that. Them fans ain't gonna be on that boat. But hey, man, what the hell we got going on here, bro?
Use a napkin. You know, black people creative.
Listen, okay. Hey, get your you
a paper plate. Use a paper plate.
Your ass right at the port. Leave you right there.
Why you acting like black people not creative? We gonna create a fan.
What the fuck we got going on, bro? I got 287 people in here, bro. I don't even got 200 likes, bro. If you lie, you steal, you motherfucking kill. It's a Sunday, man. Okay, all right. Hit the like button if you motherfucking will, bro.
I'm eating wings. So.
Take on record. Take on record. Real more shit, man. Real more shit, man. Y'all more bodies right now, man. Y'all real bodies right now, man. Y'all real more shit, man. Y'all in the building, man.
Hit the damn like button. All right.
In the club, it's out of there. They're not doing that no more. All right. They said we causing too much problems, but our crew said not on my watch. We are not doing this no more. We've had enough. So, if you haven't heard, recently Carnival Cruise has updated their policies, rules, and regulations on their current and future trips. So, let's start off hot. That drinking package, the all you can drink, yeah, gonna get rid of that. Sneaking that liquor in that wine bottle or that Listerine bottle, yeah, cut that out because they checking anything and everything that's a liquid coming on.
Shout out to the motherfucking checkpoint coming back in from port, bro. Listen, when I tell you the amount of Sprite I had, the amount of Ciroc I had in them Sprite bottles, okay, I ain't drunk a dark soda and I don't know how long, nigga, but a Dr. Pepper and the Coke bottles I was motherfucking getting together, nigga, and the sweet tea, okay, you had this shit down to a science, bro, all right? And I tell you the amount of liquor, bro, I was literally on the boat for half of a fucking 9-month cruise, dog, with like a fifth of fucking vodka in my locker. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, I had me a little taste every now and then. You know, I have a little taste. All right. Shit got a little too difficult, too hard. All right. But now, Carnival Cruise, like, no, nigga, open it up. Let me smell it. All right, let me smell it. So now you niggas got to motherfucking create tamper seals and shit for all your liquids. Okay? They not playing with you niggas. They know all the games. They say, hey, y'all, this shit done got out of hand. Too many niggas. All right? We got to get away from the niggas. We offering these budget fucking packages and shit. And then y'all come on here and y'all fight and y'all tear shit up. Then y'all try to get refunds after you get off because you claim this didn't work. You done use the Wi-Fi for 4 days and you claimed it only worked for 1. No, I'm sick of it. Yeah, share, yeah, drink pad, yeah, no, no. Sick of it.
On board, they open it up and they make you open it on the spot. No more sneaking no more. No more all you can drinks. They getting tired of it. That little speaker that you was planning on bringing, yeah, don't. They taking any and every speaker that they find, they confiscating. Then you're gonna get it back after the cruise. But in the meantime, while you on there will be no outside music other than theirs. Playing rap in the club, it's out of there. They're not doing that no more. All right. They said we causing too much problems. But honestly, I don't really think it's the rap music. I think it's the liquor and the rap music, because I've done all I needed to explain. Thinking you about to fight on that cruise ship and head back to your room like nothing happened? Yeah, pack it up. You're getting left at the next port, buddy, old pal. All right? They're not going for that no more. No more fighting. They leave you at any port. If you look suspicious, they might just leave you. Carnival Cruise started to sound like TSA, because any laptops, electronics, liquids over 3 ounces, take it out of the bag. Don't bring on here. We taking it all. And when you get on this ship, sit down, shut up, and ride to your destination quietly. When we get there, get off. But when it's time to go, get back on and don't say nothing.
Listen, do understand this shit, nigga. When it's time for that motherfucking boat to leave, you will be left. I can get this shit. Well, I think we pulled into the Bahamas.
I want to go on a cruise.
Huh?
I said I want to go on a cruise. What always was weird to me is that when people hear rules, they be like, I don't want to go on the cruise. I have not heard not one rule that I automatically like it don't interfere with me. Don't bring a fan. I don't really be fucking.
You not no crash out, and you not know what's name. And again, this is something for niggas to complain about. Like I said, I'm saying, look, I didn't even know what the fuck they was talking about. I'm not gonna get up and line dance. I don't even think the majority of niggas is line dancers like that.
I mean, the Cupid shuffle, like shit like that.
People still know. Like I'm a 40-something-year-old man. The fuck I look like. I
participate in all line dances, and I would get up by myself.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so I think you're the minority, right? Anytime y'all. So well, hold on. I gotta ask y'all this question. You know, of course, you know the song "Set It Off," right?
Which one, Boosie?
Set it off. I suggest y'all set it off. You know what I mean?
I said Lil Boosie.
Lil Boosie. Wow.
Yeah, I know that one too.
Yo, let's to everybody else. The original "Set It Off." Set it off. That one. Okay, the original "Set It Off."
Damn, clip that out. Clip that out.
The original. What's the dance that y'all do? What do they call the dance you do to that dance? Where y'all from? What do y'all call it?
Jesus, would it be Simone?
No,
Jesus,
you talking
I was
about
so off.
it's crazy. Yeah, like Boosie. What?
I keep forgetting.
Set it off for this motherfucker.
Hey, you know it though, so I'm not alone. Thank you, fantastic. Not leaving me alone. I don't know which one you was talking about, but I know that one too.
But hey, this chat participation. What is the what's the name of the dance that people would do to that song? For where you from? They got one. Y'all got a name for the dance? In the chat, what about y'all? Y'all got a name for the dance you would do to that song specifically? I'm trying to figure out this is like a Georgia thing or what. I think different people got different things that call it.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was just yeah, we don't have a step to that. It could be where you from. We got a step to like certain songs.
Okay, well, I ain't like niggas. See the electric slide. You can call it electric slide, but pretty much I think that's what it is. The electric slide is like so.
Oh, I would have told you that we do the electric slide to everything.
Well, yeah, we don't call it the electric slide though. We call it the bus stop.
Oh, the bus stop.
Yeah, the bus stop. That's what
I'm
they call
about to start
it.
calling it that because that sounds way more lit than electric slide.
Yeah, the electric. That's what I thought. I think the electric slide and the bus stop is the same thing, but yeah, we call it the bus stop. Jesse Lee, don't get thrown up out of here, brother. Keep your mouth off Macon, brother. Come out of here. Shout out to Macon.
I'm making 2 steps.
I am just trying to get back to my room. Do better, Carnival Cruise.
Yeah, nigga, get him out of here. Drop
What are
him
they
off.
doing? Are they battling?
They're just being niggas. flipping in the middle of the thing in front of the damn like I said, the person saying they just trying to get into their room. So in order to go to the thing, you either got the elevator or the stairs. So they're blocking the common area with a drink in hand, right? I don't know if you can see it right here, right?
Yeah.
Drink in hand or whatever, doing nigga shit in the way. Not enough space for this shit. Safety hazard.
So I think that yeah, this will have to come with. There's a cruise from Long Beach to Ensenada, and I think it also depends on where the cruise ship ports out of. You know it's about to be ghetto. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's certain prices, like certain shit that be like certain specials, I try to avoid because I know the special brings a certain crowd. So that's one thing.
That's why Carnival Cruise got them new rules and regulations. He said, hot, get up.
What are they doing wrong? See, this is where the conversation get extreme. So let's talk about the situation, not how they're dancing based on preference.
Mm-hmm.
You ever been to a party where everybody on the wall?
Yeah.
And you like, what the fuck? So you have a person that's just a different personality where they'll get out there like, yeah, I'm not dancing. You know, we're at a something communal. Like, I think this is where it becomes a difference in people. Like, if you're a person that just has fun where you are, you know what I'm saying? And then you're around most people who are more reserved, you look like you're being belligerent. In this scenario, I don't see what they did wrong because Cookie said, get up.
Oh,
I'm thinking this is a party, you know, like more context, I guess.
I think what's the name about? Let me see. I think she going too far for, you know what I mean? Now that is an old lady though. She's like her 50s.
I don't know, because I've seen it's a lot of different. This ain't even just a black thing. I think I don't know. I just feel different. If I was sitting out there, I'd be recording like this old ass lady, but it wouldn't make me feel like
a nigga named Cookie
ruin my trip. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Would this ruin my trip enough for me to complain? I don't think I would.
Don't have to worry about me.
Let me see what it is. Oh, this is the one. This one right here. Shit like this, Luck. This is what I was trying to find. And what's so crazy was the lady that actually worked for the damn news. I didn't know that this was where this originated from, but this is how it originated. So it ain't just that. Again,
these are adult cruises, right?
Well,
these are
some family. No, it's family. It's family, and more. I think they have family packages and they have adults only.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just.
But one of the rules they changed for sure. So like, no kids out anymore after I think they said like 1 or something. Okay. So the problem you will have is that people will bring their kids on, and the kids will be up all night because most of the restaurants and things shut down. I would say somewhere probably around that time, but they kept like a pizza thing open or whatever, right? And the kids would just be up, you know what I mean, being kids.
Yeah,
which is definitely problematic.
That changes it if it's kids, but I'm thinking if it's just all like 21 over type of cruises that people go on where it's drinking party, like it's a cruise that's at Carnival has they have a 15-hour day party where the pool has like foam and stuff in it, you know, and everybody's twerking, white girls in there. Remember, girls going out.
Don't do foam parties, by the way. You get ringworms that way. But go ahead.
Oh, I never. But yeah, they had like remember Girls Gone Wild where they used to do stuff topless. So it's like black version of that. You gonna have them twerking. So it's just like that type of party. And on adult ships, maybe if you go on a party, why are you going on a party cruise if you're gonna complain about people partying? But if it's a family cruise, you're doing way too much on a family cruise. You should have went on a party cruise. I just expect certain type of behavior with alcohol, and we're there for clubbing, partying. On a cruise, I expect a nigga to be cheating on his bitch there, and there should be an argument. I expect the hoes to be home. I expect the bitch to probably take off her lift her skirt up. Like I just expect certain stuff on a party cruise.
Yeah, like I say, yeah, let's just say, I said, fuck them kids, Cody. That's what you're saying. The kids are on there. So on the family joint, if you don't pick an adult only cruise, kids be in the way. I know they got an adult only option. So that's all I was saying, man. Fuck them kids. They're in the way, crying and whining and shit and falling out. And I want cookies.
Yeah, no. Because then we need to also talk about rules for people bringing their kids when they know the kids don't even listen to you. Why would you
Leave.
bring them on a ship?
Exactly. Leave them little motherfuckers, or allow other community whoopings. That's the only thing. Hey, if you can't handle your own kid, somebody else will handle it for you. God damn it.
That's abuse. Remember?
That's the problem. That's what's wrong with the world today. But let's go.
Friday, we examined your rights in the sky. Today, we're taking a look at your rights on the seas. Indiana, your family took a short cruise over the.
So you know what's next? Next, we gotta do fucking. Hey, it's coming. Look. Have you ever flown Spirit or what's the other one? Not Enterprise. What's the motherfucker? The green one?
What's worse than Spirit? I think it's Frontier.
Yeah, Frontier. There we go. Them motherfucker. Lucky.
I've never flown Frontier. I've flown Spirit before.
Lucky.
And I would never do it. It was a 2-hour delay.
Never.
I don't like the people that fly on Spirit.
It's coming. You niggas are coming. That's coming, bro. Spirit and fucking Frontier, they finna make a no nigga rule too. Cause it's every time, bro. Every single time.
Well, they gotta first stop being the niggas, because putting duct tape on situations on your plane, Spirit, that's ghetto. That ain't on the customers. So you are what you attract. Spirit ghetto as hell, even their customer service.
Yeah, them two ladies got fired not too long ago. But yeah.
Easter holiday weekend. Please do not tell me you were working while on vacation.
Nikki, you know I'm always working. I'm always working. And that's because consumer stories are around us every day. And on vacation, I experienced a kerfuffle that immediately started me investigating. And of course, you know.
Kerfuffle is crazy. With emphasis.
I got video. There are facts that are without question. The earth is round. The sun rises in the east. And this woman is determined. For almost an hour, the ferry operator asked her to get off the boat, but she would not move.
We have to go.
All here bought a ticket for an excursion to a private Bahamian island on the Carnival Cruise Line's app and were later given tickets on the ship. On the day of the excursion, Carnival agents were supposed to take our tickets, ask us to sign a waiver, and give each of us a wristband before boarding the ferry.
Everybody got wristbands. Don't have no wristband.
That's right. This woman had no wristband, and the third-party ferry operator said, no wristband, no go. But the woman insisted she had indeed paid. After more than 30 minutes, the other passengers, all hot and hungry, began to turn on her.
Hey, come on, man. Get off, man.
Finally, an officer tried to convince her to get off the boat and seek reimbursement from Carnival. She refused. Another officer was called, and she clearly meant business. But the passenger insisted Carnival had proof of payment. She's now threatening a lawsuit against the cruise line. Leslie Silva is a principal at McCall, Sweeney & Silva.
When you buy the ticket and you have entered into a contractual agreement with the cruise line, are you, in most cases, signing away your right to a jury trial?
You are, unless it's in an extreme case of a bodily injury, then you are bound to go to arbitration with them.
I pulled up Carnival Cruise Line's 20-page terms and conditions statement. It mentions the word arbitration 19 times. But the question remains, had this woman actually bought a ticket, signed the waiver, and not been given a wristband? I asked Carnival those very questions, and a spokesman replied, it is important to recognize there is more than meets the eye to every story, but given the threat of legal action, we will defer further comment. As for that passenger, she still refused to leave, even after the female officer dragged her off the bench.
You want to be like a child and sit on the floor?
No, I want to be like an adult who pay my money.
Finally, after almost an hour, the officers actually picked her up and carried.
Look, is it that serious?
It's never that serious. You can
You see
always
how they-
get your money back.
Exactly.
And also, if they're being unprofessional to this, I'm a private person. I don't even want to do it no more, even if I wanted to. All right, I'm leaving. Can I get my money back? You know what I'm saying?
Not just that. Look, listen, I'm finna get my money back and a little extra, or like a free cruise the next time or whatever. If y'all fucked up this error and I clearly paid my money, I got proof of payment and all that shit and all, whatever. Okay, no problem. But because now, like you said, you got to be on the boat with these people for however much longer getting back on. So now that's that bitch that fucking had us sitting out in the sun for 30 minutes, broke ass bitch.
Look at her
No
record.
shit.
See, this is a child, though. I think it's moments like this that keep perpetuating those stereotypes.
Exactly.
So
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
like
Black
Yeah.
women being unruly, being, unreasonable and all this other shit. Look, because a rational person says, hey, look, man, it's a mishap somewhere, so on and so forth. These are the local police, wherever they were, I think Bahamas or some shit. So that could turn left real quick. You feel me? You don't want that. Well, that's another thing. Listen, nigga, do not get locked up in a foreign country, nigga. You don't want that. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. But yeah, man, they got a fucking I don't even know, a wheelbarrow carry your big ass off the motherfucking ferry. Cause you
off the boat. A combative conclusion that certainly was no carnival for any of the parties involved.
You said what?
I said her coochie is all out.
She don't care.
Oh.
Hey, she used to getting hit anyway. Stairs ain't gonna change nothing.
Your language is very brash. Like
what?
mine.
I didn't say she was used to getting it smashed or, you know what I mean? Or
Yeah, but
fucked.
I think even if you're a hoe in your private life, keep it private, right? So I just think you shouldn't be anywhere where they're been tipping you over and your dress is coming up and you so stuck on this point. You know what? If there was ever a standing on business, they need to put her next to it.
Hey,
Her
I don't
picture
know.
next to that. So
Well, I
even
think
to
she
your
more
point,
sat,
even
she
if
more
she
sat
needs
on
to,
business than
she should
stood
have
on it,
some
but
kind of-
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely sat on that motherfucker. But hey, now she motherfucking got thrown off the fucking ferry like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah, but
You know?
it does seem like why do you think that most adults today or when women have childlike responses to
What you mean?
situations? Like if it's a scenario where they feel like they can't change it or they're not getting their way, why do you think there's a childlike response?
Because society doesn't hold them accountable and doesn't punish them like they do men. So as a man, shit like that, as soon as my big ass especially start doing any type of resistance and this and that and the other, it's gonna be aggression met immediately, right? It's gonna be first an attempt to, you know what I'm saying, de-escalate. But as soon as I ignore the de-escalation, now, oh, this big nigga's a threat. We gotta put his ass down and get him up out of here. You feel me? Women are always saying, no, just give her time and let's understand and cool head. Women are handled too gently by society, right? That's why they had to have the woman come on there to, you know what I mean? You see, that's the person who initiated it. As long as she was dealing with the man kept trying to, beg and plead and, all these different things. But only women understand just how bad assholes women are. And unless she's directly affected, most women sit back and be quiet. I think that's the biggest issue.
I don't think that's the biggest issue.
What is it on your end, in your opinion?
I think it's allowed. I agree that it's allowed, but I think that, like you just said, the men. I think the approach is not equal. So I think in a scenario like this, or just in a scenario where we have childlike responses, I think it's because in those little moments we were able to get away with it. So as you grow up and you're not really held to that type of consequence, even in dating or whatever, you're going to always act out this way. It's not going to, you know what I'm saying? I think it's more so allowed.
Yeah, and that's what I think. But I think that's the problem, though. So if you got a group of people that can do anything and then you can look and see, like, if a woman looks at a man get aggressive or talk shit or whatever with the police, right? And that nigga, whatever, then she sees a woman do the same thing. Well, now in the back of her mind, it's like, oh, well, I'm not going to get what he got. So fuck it. I'll roll the dice. I think because women are automatically seen as, being handled delicately and not as aggressive and physical, they know that and they abuse that privilege. Even
I
in
think sometimes when you're used to living in privilege, you don't realize you have it.
that's what I'm saying. Even in relationships, right? So a woman being abusive to a man, right? It's a dude that just takes it, and then one day she stops. That nigga finally leaves her alone. She deals with a nigga that beat bitches. So she didn't understand that she never would have understood with the first guy because it was just not in him to hit women. But as soon as she comes across that man that, hey, motherfucker, you put hands on me, I put hands on you, regardless of gender. these motherfucking hands are bisexual type shit, yeah, then she, you know what I'm saying, she's forced. Women only adjust by force, unfortunately.
You think
Women
that's a
only,
women thing or that's a people thing?
no, well, partially. So, but I'll say this, right? Men understand the repercussions and consequences that could occur and more likely to occur. I'm a man, right? So if I don't do this, the reaction is more likely going to be, or highly, you know, let's say 70% or more this, right? So to avoid that and having to go there, fuck it. You know, it's not worth it. Men write a lot of shit off, even with interaction with men. Like I told you, like I was telling you earlier, like a nigga get too rowdy, too whatever, so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah. I have to assess the situation immediately and find out, okay, well, hold on. Is he just having a bad day? This nigga got a point to prove. Like, what's going on? And 9 times out of 10, if it's not me, I'll beat everybody ass in this club. But he ain't talking to me. I'm in the club, but he not talking to me. So just let me move away from this nigga. Okay. Now, what he don't know is the section next to him is a whole bunch of crash outs. For real. Mm-hmm. So I ain't gotta handle it. Them niggas over there go handle it. You know what I'm saying? Even though he disrespected everybody in the club, he's gonna pay for his disrespect. A woman can say that shit and man, she just talking, bro. She just whatever. A woman can even put hands. Oh shit, you know what's crazy? It was I never covered this. I meant to. No, I guess we did. I think we covered this. I showed you the thing around Cinco de Mayo where the nigga was knocking bitches out in the mother. Did you see that clip?
No, I don't remember it.
That nigga was a Surter motherfucking sleepers. Everybody. Niggas, bitches, cats, dogs, crickets, grasshoppers, imaginary friends. He didn't care. Okay.
That's a whole.
He got his money, but he got it. Hey, he was a bouncer.
Those are those random situations.
Well, he was a bouncer though, and they started jumping him. So some shit happened. He was a bouncer. He's doing his job, and then
that's
the women
crazy. So he just.
Oh yeah, Kimbo listen, exactly. Hey, Kimbo slicing them hoes. Get him out of here. Barry Bonds.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I just, yeah, I think it's more so when I hear them say, people say it's up to women to say stuff to other women. It seems like it's the same narrative as when they like to see women go back and forth or speak up in ways that the man is not about to speak up. I see too many instances where a woman could be, to that man's perspective, speaking out of turn, or they don't like her tone, but they won't say nothing. But then they'll egg on another woman to do it. And I just think it's whoever. I think, why do we put it on, oh, women need to check other women? You know, it's about to be a fight. And then it'll be like, oh, look at them two bitches fighting. So if it's just a video of two women fighting and you don't know the context, you'll judge two women fighting. But you won't know that how it started was she probably just tried to politely say something to her and it turned left. You get what I'm saying? So I don't think it's up to women to be getting in the scuffle when you see another adult who chooses to act a certain way. I don't think it has to do with anything with us trying to hold no grown-ass person accountable. I don't have no jail to put them in. I think consequences will hold them accountable.
Well, no, I agree. That's another thing too. Like, do I really want to, you know what I mean, make myself the fucking, you know, in a specific situation? Do I want to put myself some shit I'm not directly in? Now, of course, I'm directly in it. Yeah. But like you said, a lot of the times, if that bitch talking shit to everybody and the women like, hey, bitch, calm down. You know, now you got to fight. She was going to fight this nigga. Yeah. So I do understand it. But you know, what's crazy though, again, with men, the same shit work the same way. But hey,
but even with men, that's what I'm saying. It's like when I hear men say women need to do something, it's like you asking women to do something that y'all not doing. Even with bitches y'all fucking, y'all can't tell to shut up.
Oh no, well, I don't know.
Can't tell to shut up. So the ones that can do, and they don't have to say shut up.
Listen, if I tell you shut up, baby.
But it's just like, what is somebody outside of that? And we know firsthand, when it comes to a dick, you don't have a friend, she gonna pick him every time. So the person that has more power is the person romantically involved or she has some sort of romantic interest, if a woman understands that she can still get access to men with this behavior, she's not about to change her behavior. The only person that could say, we don't like your behavior and make her feel like she's not that person to do that and her shit don't stink is to humble her in a way where you do not give her that type of access. That's not how it goes though. So what is somebody outside of her, a stranger or a female, supposed to say about this behavior when in any instance when I act like a bitch, I get my way. And he gonna want it because that's the attitude that's created. That's all I'm saying.
Well, yeah, that's I think that's that. I hate having to admit to the weakness of niggas for pussy, but most men that have access to women don't have control over those women, right? It's more so the women leveraging their access, you know what I mean, than the other way around. So you definitely not wrong there. But I think though, even outside of that, the women set the tone because, right? Now, of course, not just some random nigga, but women don't check women on the bullshit, even when it comes to, hey, you got a son, you got a brother, you got a dad.
We do.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying it gets fucked up, because at the very least, women should be looking out for men enough and caring about the men close to them, which everybody close to somebody. You feel me? For the most part, it ain't that many orphans out here. Ain't that many motherfuckers don't know their mama, their daddy, whatever. Nobody. You feel me? So I just think it's that culture where it's built that, and then we get into the black realm of it, nigga. Like, who is you? Police ass nigga, snitching ass nigga, telling ass nigga, dully do right ass. You know what I'm saying? So, and it goes back to the original thing of hood, street, criminality. You know what I mean? You don't want to be that tattletale ass nigga. You feel me? Or the person, be it, you know what I'm saying? Nick, you know what I'm
So
saying?
you gonna be like Tory Lanez, allegedly. Okay, then
Ain't
shut
no,
up and do your time.
well, hey, and I agree. Listen, and that's
Choices. I mean, it's
shout,
like, you want me to hold your hand when we say this?
shout out, hey, shout out to you for saying this. And very few niggas said, but I've said this. Listen, I said this. I blame Tory because nigga, you didn't do it, and I truly believe you didn't do it. You were more worried about a fucking street, nigga. You from Canada, from first off, nigga. You Canadian. You don't even play by the same nigga rules. Okay. All right, nigga. Ain't no international snitching, nigga. Okay. But you had the opportunity to say she did it, and you didn't. And then you left it up to them white folks in California to determine, right? And you let a bitch get on the stage and on the fucking thing and cry.
He went further and said she didn't do it. So my thing is, in those scenarios, it's just like in an everyday household. If you're willing to do that time as a man and you know what it does to your mental health to not address things that are affecting you in your relationship, and you're with somebody where you can't communicate things where they need to start being more conscious of how they approach you, and then it becomes a problem, then you need to do something to take care of your mental as an individual. You get what I'm saying? Fuck being male or female. That's just how I look at it on some serious shit. So it can't just be, oh, these other people outside of me need to be saying something because all their behavior. No, then how else would somebody know that what they're doing ain't working with you if it's working with you? That's even if they're not going at that time. I think some of us not willing to say no a little bit longer in our lives. So we kind of start to, deal with it, whatever. Maybe like you said, she cute, but it turns out if you prioritize her being cute over her behavior, that's you doing that, and she knows that.
Yeah, I keep telling you, listen, man. Hey, that fine pussy don't be hitting on shit most of the time, no way, bro. That shit, yeah, that should be all right at best. Cause she ain't never had to do no work. She fine. She's the draw. She's the motherfucking what's name. So motherfucking, you know what I mean? You gotta flip her, you gotta turn her. She ain't trying to ride, she ain't trying to do all this shit, bro. Listen, bro. Fine shit is expensive shit. Get some new shit. All right. There's reasonable fine shit out here, young fella, old fella. You know what I'm saying? Listen, bruh. Stop worshiping the pussy, brother. All right. Like Drake said, just need to know that pussy like so one time is fine with me. Nigga, if you hit it once, you won.
I don't think you should reference Drake at this time, but I feel where you're coming from.
All right. All right. One time. You won, brother. Especially if you get her hit her with the ghost face, man. I mean, this is the most brother. This is the goal right here. Okay, this is the goal every time.
He probably did. Just swallow his kids.
That's the goal, man. You get that, you won. And nothing she can say. Let me read the super chat. Shout out to my man Will's Wardrobe for the 10. Greatly appreciate you, brother. That happened in St. Louis on 4th of July. 60 juveniles, goddamn, 60 juveniles got arrested and parents fined. Thank God. Some had blicks. They were shooting fireworks into passerby windows. Why is your kid out at 3 a.m.? Shout out to Will George. Yeah, man, listen. I told y'all, ain't no more mothers, man. There's a lot of birthdays out here. Shout out to True Hype for the 2. Appreciate you, brother. Spirit Airlines of the Sea is crazy. Shout out to Will George for another 2. Appreciate you. Same when the chicks were going in the dude's pockets. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that niggas stood back and didn't do anything until motherfucking, you know what I mean? He started motherfucking throwing haymakers and knocking bitches out. So yeah, is what it is. But nah, yeah, ultimately, I don't know, man. Like I said, I think it's a lot of different things when we get to this AI situation to where we could definitely control it. Like you said, you can create the prompts, you can create the thing. Look, what's so crazy now? You can literally, and I don't know what the rules or the regulations or whatever. Look, you can do the shit now with the you can create your own TV show out of AI characters.
Yeah, that's what
You know
I'm
what I'm saying?
saying. It's like we that's what I was saying earlier about programming. We're so used to being emotionally reactive. If we understood that this realm operates by numbers, colors, emotions, things like that, there are certain things that they can be put in place to trigger an emotion. And we always just emotionally respond instead of saying, okay, this is a tool. If they want to play these games, let's make money off stereotypes and comedy. Because it's always made money, comedy and stereotypes. So I think instead of us always complaining about something, you can't stop it. So join on the pun to a ship. Join the ship, create content, and maybe you want to create many shows. Create an avenue where you're in a realm. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just complaining about it, create. If you say, okay, in my community, I don't see enough of, even if it's a smaller percentage of Black families, I don't see enough of them, so I just want to create that content. I don't see enough educated Black men talking this way. I want to create that. But we know that's not the stuff that's going to drive a lot of money. So the program is already created where you're interested in fuckery or crash out shit. That's why you watch it. That's why you watch people argue. That's why you have people come into conversations creating a disagreement when it's, you know what I'm saying? It's just, that's what we into. So once you have that society already created, now you in a world where you need the robots to prompt your reality. Just saying.
For sure. Well, people, it was a great show. Glad to have Lucky back in the building. Some of y'all requested it, some of y'all detested it, nigga. But hey, we here. It is what it is. You feel me?
And I just want to read the chat. You see?
Yeah, exactly. Like, everything's good, man. Everything's good, man.
Some people, but yeah.
Oh, people was pretty wild. Calm down. Ain't see nobody saying no wild, crazy shit. Respect to y'all too, man. Hey, it is what it is, man. We trying to make this shit go to the next one. I got a decent interview lined up for y'all next week. Should be pretty good, man. So make sure y'all pull up on me. As soon as I get it solidified, man, we gonna do it. But hey, Luck, appreciate you coming through, love. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hey man, greatly appreciate y'all for coming through, bro. Hope your 4th festivities didn't result in you losing no fingers or toes. All right. Hope you had success with the holes. All right. We got plenty more shows coming away, man. So hey, Greatly appreciate y'all pull up on me, man. Miss Fantastic 824 on all social media platforms. That's on X. That's on IG, TikTok, Rumble, and of course right here on YouTube. That's that on that one, man. We'll catch y'all next one, man. Holla, we out.